Today. That's probably good. And we're live. It is Sunday morning. It's 11 a.m. on Saturday, December 9th, 2018, and we are still making indie games, specifically this indie game, and this camera's tilted. I should do more setup before I do this. Hey everybody. Okay. Okay, recap the week. I don't know what happened last time we spoke. I think I was still working on... I don't remember. I think I might have still been working on a lot of the UI for when the player is speaking and stuff. Oh no, I remember now. I was working on the opening, which did get in sloppily, and then I set that aside. Most of this week has been spent on biz dev stuff, right? I'm still talking to, I'm weighing different options. I'm talking to different people. I did I'm at a place where this game needs to come out next year. So I did just all the things you do when you're preparing to close out a game. Like, I've got the design locked down. I've got a pretty good idea of a source of funding. I figured out the scope I want for the game. I've done a burn down for it. So I know the tasks and how long it'll take to finish the game and how much funding I need. I've been talking to different partners for publishing partners, been pitching them. I've got a lawyer. I'm doing all the things that you do. I'm deeply considering working with a partner to close things out. And that just takes a while. It just takes a while to do all those conversations and stuff. So I'm in the middle of that. Also, I know I want to work with Rick. I've been playing this forever. I really, if I'm going to do this game at the fidelity I want and I'm going to ship it next year, I just looked at the numbers and there's no way I can polish the environments to the level I want. So I'm bringing in a friend. Rick worked with me on the concept art. So I'm going to be hiring him starting actually this coming week. Maybe we'll start doing some art exploration before the holidays in December, and then we'll hit the ground running pretty hard in January, and just do all the environments for the game. So I spent a day getting a doc together, talking to him. We're gonna have a kickoff meeting tomorrow. I won't be able to stream tomorrow. This is terrible. Basically what I did here is I wrote down the reasons why I did all the what can and can't change in the environments, what's important for all the puzzles. Obviously, everything has to stay grid-based. I want to give, if you're working with an artist, you want to give them the ability to really experiment and express themselves, and I'm looking forward to that. I really want that. But there's things that can't change for design reasons. There's things that I like about the world. I need the ability to have not just the puzzles can't change and they need to be obvious that's the most important thing, but there's things like the reason the lines overhang part of the world is so that you can kind of see the grid through gaps and things like that. There's certain things in the character art that are very important just to make the world readable. And so I spent a day writing like a huge doc for him about what could and couldn't change. And then I started doing a paint over, which is exactly what you shouldn't do. Where I was like, but if I was going to do it, I would start here and I would make this more colorful. And I was like, God damn it, stop. So that was wrong. But yeah, I started thinking about what I would do and how I'd highlight it. And we'll have a more conversation on Monday. And he'll blow me away with some cool shit I didn't expect. So that was bad. But, alright. So what I did was biz dev, started ramping up, getting docs and getting things together to ramp up my artists, get it so that he can get onto my Perforce. I'm still figuring out how we're going to collaborate. Oh, last time we streamed, I was working on exporting parts of the world to create a Maya file for him. That's right. So you did see that. You know what else happened? I didn't stream this, I don't think, but I did set up a way for the world to LOD. And I do want to experiment with, basically I wrote a tool last time we were streaming that would let me export each of the little levels out to a Maya file so that Rick and his team could clean it up in Maya. But another thing I wanted to experiment with was the idea that when you're far away from a level, maybe it turns into a card, or maybe it looks completely different. Maybe it gets sketchy in different ways. And so you can see here, like, this is a level that looks all crooked and stuff. That was just a quick experiment. if you're far away, it gets all crooked, and I'm thinking it could either be abstract, we could make it painterly, we could do whatever you want. I'm basically hijacking the LOD system in Unreal in order to change what a level looks like when it's far away. So if you're in the level select screen, the whole world might look painted or different in some way, and then when you're close to it, it'll draw more precisely. I could turn that on again if you want to see that. Let's see. I forgot I did that. That was like a week ago. So this is disabled for now. But if I enable it, and this is just, I quickly munged with this model to make a test. It's kind of like crooked. That's all there is to it. Whereas when you get close to it, I wonder if I can cheat. So like here it's crooked. Is it running gameplay logic? It isn't. Okay, well, whatever. You can see it's all crooked, and you can imagine that if I was to unlock things and actually go to that level, as you go in, it pops into the correct one. There are still bugs with this sort of thing. But yeah, that's some tech that technically exists. But again, I tabled that because I need to wait and see what Rick actually wants to do for the environment art. I should lock in a perforce. So that was most of the week. And perforce. Yesterday I didn't work on the game at all. It was Saturday and I had a Thanksgiving party thing. The day before that I started working on the cutscene for Quat. So do I have a good way to show you this? It's very early and I'm still playing with it. Don't judge me. I just needed to stub in some stuff for the tech. Let me open up the scene. So Quat, I want to lean into what makes each of the characters unique. And one of the cool things about Quat is Quaternians were used a lot for space travel and stuff. So there's a whole backstory there. But I wanted Quat to kind of come in like a spaceship. I was working out. Quat's going to come in and try to save the day because he's Quat. I wanted him to kind of hover in like a spaceship, like a spacecraft coming down. So I was thinking about what that might look like. And on Friday, I had a bit of fun with it. Where are you? Wrong thing. Oh, art source, cinematics, Quat unlocked. So I was just setting up the scene and figuring out what this will look like, and getting it so that this is what I'm thinking. It kind of like drops in. I gotta figure out. I don't know. I didn't want to take it further than that until I saw it in game. So I did that. I think I kind of like started that the night before actually, and then fell asleep. And then I got it in the game on Friday. There's still a lot of bugs with this, but where are we? I need to delete my save file real quick. Just give me a second. Alright, so your Rue. I don't know exactly how this moment's gonna work. She sees the stage. That has to all look so much better. And then I don't have the precise moment, but yeah, that camera work is crap. But it's technically in and working. Don't judge me. So different things I had started and then like ran out of time and had to go for the day. I started working on an alternative, like, idle. They would look cooler in this moment. My biggest problem right now is with this camera work. Do I have a recording of this? I'll have to run it every single time. So I need, oh, wait for that scene to go on longer. This camera work is unacceptable. We're gonna change that entirely right now. Hey, Root Lancer. Alright, so first off, I want to change that animation too. Did I already set this up? Did I export it? Did I get it in game? No. So idle loop. For this is the body. This is the hat have its own? No. Appendage. The rest are all appendages. Here's the looping matinee. So right now it's using his default idle. Let's change that over. Quat unlocked. Body. Loop. This will be the hat. Idle. This will be the stand. Quat stand. Idle a loop. And all right. So why don't I see this? I'm scrubbing it. I thought I should see it playing. Let's verify this actually works. Oh, I do know I need to, because the bodies have different bind poses. This needs to be the drummer. Let's delete my save again and do this again. Hey May, hey Root Lancer, good morning. I'm gonna record it this time. Didn't look right. Maybe I didn't, maybe I need to do a re-export. Let's export all. I think the most egregious thing to fix is the camera. I mean, there's the pop, there's all the little things, but let's focus on the big problem. Which is, I think the whole scene needs to change. Okay, we're gonna check this in, and then I'm gonna nuke it and try something else. Like, there was an idea I kind of sort of had that I need to play with. So let's not worry about that. Starting to work on Quat unlock scene. I rework it. This way I can revert if I need to. I didn't check in the my file. Let me check in the my file. That may not matter for this. That doesn't matter for this. Okay. Okay, what if when you unlock so right now I've animated the camera to look up and then move around and then be shocked. What if I'm gonna nuke it? We're nuking it. Goodbye. Alright, so what if we do something completely different? Because that's terrible. What if you start out here? And then like I want it to be like less than half of a second, a third of a second. Yeah, maybe a third of a second later, you are in space. Like we'd have to do an effect almost to pull this off. I would want you to be like, way the hell out there. And I want like Quat's silhouette here. So it'd be like, you're here, motion blur, things. Oh crap, I lost the key. God damn it. I hate you. Auto key, I'm used to Maya. No. Oh god. Let's try again. Where are you? Come out. Okay, so it'll be like, is that too fast, you think? Here, there's no hope. Whoosh. There's no solution. Whoosh. Quat in silhouette. Maybe like here. bit longer than a third of a second. Maybe like half a second. There's no solution. Exclamation points. Hold for like 1.5 seconds. And then cut the camera to let's see. Come on. Let's go. For here. A little more head on. Not quite that head on. I have to work on how we frame Quat here. And why can't I see him? It's really making it difficult to preview. Like I should see Quat animating as I scrub the timeline, but I don't, and I'm not sure why. I just need to like check and uncheck this again. Is that your deal? Oh, that's cool. Alright. I'm not seeing it animating. What is your deal today, huh? This was working before. Maybe I need to make the level visible. I just not like that it's not visible. That was it. Okay. So does camera work? Rack focus out. Quat exclamation points. Do you want to see like rack focus out? Quat and silhouette with exclamation points. And then do you see him jump? Should it be from Rue's perspective? I need him. The problem is, it would be easier if he was facing that way, but he's gonna be facing this way. Because he has to, right? Does he? Rethink everything. I mean, it could be way better. What if... I mean, I'd have to set the stage better because there's nothing. It gets so boring looking in this direction, but... that direction is stars. Maybe it's thematically appropriate. Okay. Let's put you on this side. Maybe you actually... I wonder if I can literally take this. Everything's connected to, and rotate it. No, I don't like that. Thanks, May. That means a lot. Hey, 3D Raven. Could spice up the direction with more constellations. Yeah, no, I know. I've been really tempted. Like, I've been thinking about it. I wrote up a giant doc on what I want for the environments. I started doing a paint over. But the truth is, I'm working with Rick, and like, I'm collaborating with an artist, and I want to see what he does. And I have to focus on my work. And like, I'm paying somebody else to do the environments, and I want to work with them. And I want to not be like that person that's like, and also I'm going to do the job because A, I don't have the time to do everything and I need to deal with that. And B, like I like Rick and I want to see what he does and I don't want to like be that art director that's like pixel fucking everything. But we'll see. Because I think I know how I would take it maybe, but there'd be a lot of exploration still. And he's got some ideas that are pretty cool. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But I'm not going to mess with the backdrop. I'm not going to worry about the environments. We're going to ignore that for a bit. It's tempting though, trust me. Because I think I would go with like a much more painted kind of backdrop that's a lot more, I don't know, just different. Hey Weez, good morning. It's tempting. It's difficult to give up something, like anything. When you've made the entire game yourself, you're like, let me just finish it. Okay. What just happened here? Rack focus out. Stay out. What the fuck? What's going on with the camera? Fit everything. Let's make this linear. holding still. Oh, right. Because there's no key there. Or the rotation. Oh no, there is. You're just... Okay. Rack focus out, quat and silhouette, exclamation point. Cut to here, cut to here. Linear interpolation on the keys because it's doing crazy shit. Okay. Camera cut. Be further that way. Introducing Quat. I wish I could copy a key. I wonder if I can. Copy. Well, set that to... Sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to do this shit. Take all this, set it to linear. Copy. Paste. See if that works. Here, here. Okay, so in this world, we're just banging our head against the wall. There's no solution. Exclamation point. Needs more time to breathe. Jumps off camera. We come back to here. So I need just more time. I'm extending this. Let's pull the camera work out. Extend it even more. Quat jumps. Get to here. A key there. Before that, I actually want you to aim. That's bizarre. Do the wrong thing selected? Okay. too much. Key here. I want you to jump up. So before this moment, I want you everything should be linear for now. Figure out what I'm doing. Bing. Do I want the shock? You know, I don't like it. I'm just gonna cut that entirely. Let's just get rid of that entirely. Let's say focus out, exclamation point, jump, that needs more time. Focus out, exclamation point. Jump. This needs to be aimed. When you jump to the next frame here, you need to be looking at Quat, very far away. You need to be like a speck on the horizon. And she sort of is. I don't know, see him. I wonder if I could. There he is. So, like, I'm probably going to have to tweak this animation, but Quat's where? Where are you, Quat? Just too far that way. almost feel like... So before it was you look up and he comes down from the sky. Might not be the coolest thing. Before it would feel like a meteor, but now... Might be taking this rocket motif a bit too far. So I'm breaking the 180-degree rule, aren't I? No, maybe I'm not. Yes, I definitely am. Could be different perspective shots. Like it could be a shot. I should draw this. Hey Mint Spider, what's up? Good morning, Michael. So what are my beats here? I am really bad at drawing. I usually figure it out by not drawing, but Rue's in trouble. Rack focus to Quat. And just silhouette. It's hard to draw with a mouse. He rolls off screen. Maybe you hear the sound of like camera shake. Rack focus behind Rue. Perspective shot looking at Quat. Right up until he hovers and lands. Close-up shot of Quat inspecting him. And then back out. I think that'd be the ideal. So let's rough that out. Let me get a feel for that. In this world, exclamation point, camera shake. Now it's at a new camera. Cutting from here. I'll look from over the shoulder cam of Rue. Probably have to fake this in some way, but let's just make sure it makes sense first. Could be some nice framing. You're looking there. We'll somehow get Rue silhouetted here. So over the shoulder cam overview, looking at Quat way off in the distance. And let's just hold on that. Oh, that cut wasn't so bad. Hold on it, he comes in. Don't know how I feel about the motion of the camera there, but not the bad. We're stuck. Exclamation point. Move off screen. Exclamation point. Moves off screen. Over the shoulder camera overview. Watching Quat drop in. Maybe I want a little more. I mean, obviously, this is going to need to, for this shot, you're going to need to see the streak of him. You can't just fly down like that. I have to reanimate his trajectory in this one. Let's see here. All right, way less up, way more back in translate X. Is that correct? If I go back here. Yeah. Export all again. You could do a face cam as he's coming down, like a head mounted one facing him. Wide angle lens. I'd have to picture that. Let me think about it. Face cam as he's coming down. It's very anime, I kind of like it. So he's like leaping from far away, lines. Maybe. I do feel like there's a tendency in game animation, I'm totally guilty of it, of moving the camera too much and not just having a shot that's standard, like a static camera. It's one of the things I think every time we pushed back towards having a static camera, I liked it more on the Flame and the Flood. Whoops. Reimport. Reimport. Okay, let's see. Focus here. Okay, Okay, well, he's coming from that way. That's cool, I guess. So... over the shoulder with Rue here. Okay, he needs to be in the world where we do this. Your trajectory and Y. You need to be more this way. Too much. Let's try that again. Guess right now you're coming from there. So you'd be more like coming from there. So I'm gonna be like over here. It's gonna be something here. So, what the shit? That does not look very scientific. What kind of rocket trajectory is this? Some bad math. I don't think that's how things work. Alright, hold on. Flip. This key just needs to go. Maybe this key needs to go too. Oh, good lord. What are we doing here? Let's get rid of all these keys. I'll figure out what the hell's going on. Alright, let's just see what that looks like in game. I have no idea what we're looking at here. Onion skin him to see the movement easier. In Maya or in Unreal? Wrong thing. Quat. Yeah. Comes up over there. Okay. Closer. Still Still kind of a ridiculous trajectory. Start. What's her deal? So the other problem here is we've got several dead frames in that opening. We don't even see him until about here, which is in the animation. 13 plus 25, so you're not seeing like the first. I can carve a second out of this animation, really, which is not good. So let's take. I'm losing everything from here to here. 30. This is the first frame you actually see. So knowing that, let's just key that. Delete everything before it. Stretch it back. Set it to be linear. Add significantly more. Translate Z. That might be excessive, but it's weird stuff's going on. Let's translate Y. Let's go in here, and then it's motion trail. Animation visualize ghost selected. Okay. For the mesh or the controls or what? Animation. Wait, what? There's an animation tab. Quat. Ghost selected. No. Where is this? Animate ghost selected. Why don't I see it? Am I blind? I don't see animate. Oh, editable motion trail. Probably should have done that. The animation menu set. Where the fuck is the animation menu set? It does not say. The top tab animation. Is it one of the ones I deleted? You just mean this? But all that does is change which all that does is change what I see in my hotbox, right? Which I already have it set to show all of them. So I should have seen it here. Like this is already every menu. Is there like a tab you're talking about? Like a shelf? Oh, fuck. I mean, unfortunately I've like hacked my Maya to show me only what I want for so long that like is one of these things. No. Get out of expert mode. I don't know where I put it in expert mode. The top tab animation. Visualize tab. You keep talking about tabs. I don't know what you mean by tabs, unless you mean this stuff up here. But again, all that should do is change your menus, and all of your menus are available here, right? So I usually just don't show the toolbar. It just takes up too much screen space. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. It's under visualize. That's what I was missing. Okay. Alright, so there it is. Ghost selected. Oh, neat. Haha, cool. Oh, I dig it. Look at that. I basically never animate. You guys have caught me. This is super useful. Can I like tweak? No, for that I'd probably have to turn on motion trail, edit animatable motion trails. That's cool. Yeah, I knew this shit existed. Okay, anyway. Dairy export. I just like that looks cool more than anything. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. So I'm just changing it so that I don't know what's going on, but that should end there. Should end here. This is just a thing that says to switch over to playing the looping matinee. So, or sequence. I've stopped calling it matinee. Let's see it in game. It's been a while. Didn't mean to do that. Delete the wrong thing. Show me my save games. Okay. Hey, Nordle. Yeah, I bet you can change a lot of things in there 3D Raven. It seems cool. I should get used to it. Alright, so here we go. Let's record this actually. Well, that didn't work. Alright, well, we're in a bad spot now. Let's try this again. The hell was that? Okay, well, we're not cutting to the cinematic camera. That might fix things a little. Oops. Set this to be... Just lay down a new key, make it static. Replace that one. No. God damn it. Still not see him. Drops him from here. I guess this just has to be aimed way more towards the sky. Oh, God damn it. Let's see that in game. Do you have any experience with Steam curators? I've been hit up for an early access key by a curator who has 13,000 followers, but also has a YouTube channel where the average views per video is like 3. Is this thing to promote scammers? I mean, if they're asking for 1 key, it's probably not like what you're talking about here, the scammers that ask for thousands of like keys and stuff. Usually they ask for a lot if they're scamming you. That said, I don't remember my metrics when we launched the Flame of the Flood. I gave keys to people who, I mean, I never gave keys to Steam curators back then because that wasn't a thing back then. And I would argue it's still pretty much not a thing. Steam curators don't seem to matter that much. Generally, anytime somebody said, hey, give me a key so that I can give it away for like a giveaway, I always said no. I just made a policy to do that because that doesn't actually benefit us in any way. There's no case where somebody's part of a giveaway and they don't get the key and then they're like, oh, but I really wanted that. I guess I'll go buy that now. That basically doesn't happen. Usually when there's something like a raffle or a giveaway, there's a person who won a free thing and they're like, yay, I won a free thing. And there's everybody else and they're kind of like, I didn't win a free thing. Sad face. It's very rare they actually checked out the game and thought about if they wanted it or anything like that. So I never really gave keys to any kind of raffle unless it was like for charity. Like if it was an event for Extra Life or something like that, I'd give keys. But if it's just like, we're gonna give away keys to help you with visibility, I'd be like, no. If it was a YouTuber with like a couple thousand followers, I'd give them a key. And it depends too on like if I was, now we wouldn't give anybody keys because it's like not gonna help us with marketing at this point. The game's been out there. You kind of gotta, a lot of it's really your gut. Also, if like a YouTuber asks for a key and they go to their YouTube channel and they've only ever done review, they have a lot of followers, but all they do is review Pokemon, I know they just kind of want the key to keep it. They're not going to do a review. It's integrated into Steamworks now, to where you can just directly send offers to curators. The only scam I can think of here is just someone wanting free games. The only reason I'm restrictive is because they limit the number of curators you can do this with. Okay. Let me think. I suspect in the long run, I like what Epic is doing with teaming with curators, and I like the idea of like Twitch at one point was talking about giving curators a cut, of giving like streamers a cut when they sell a game. In general, I'd want to support this. I don't know enough about the Steam curators, and this is weird because like I'm a person that uses Steam a lot, but I've never given a shit. Like I think Total Biscuit recommends Aztez, and other than that, I've never noticed anything any curator said. I don't really follow that many curators. I think this is one thing that Steam's got a lot of ideas behind but haven't really implemented really well. And I'll admit, you have to keep in mind I haven't shipped a product at this point in a couple of years, right? Like I'm on the tail of the Flame of the Flood. We launched years ago at this point. So, and most of this stuff where you're like banging down the door of curators, people are requesting keys and that sort of thing, that's usually something you do towards the beginning, towards your launch, or if you do a major expansion to get new eyeballs, but we haven't had like a press thing like that. So I wouldn't know. This stuff changes so quickly. I'm just not the right person to talk to anymore. I remember I also just had no idea what to do with Twitch. Because back when I was giving out keys, like, people would. I was the one that would give out all the free keys for the Flame of the Flood. Like, I was. When you emailed contact at the Molasses Flood, it would basically go to my inbox. And I had a pretty good idea what to do for YouTubers, but part of the reason why I started streaming was because, like, I had no idea what to do for Twitch people. I'd go to their channel and they'd get, like. I'm like, okay, you got 500 followers. What does that mean? I know what that means on YouTube. I don't know what that means here. It was just weird. Generally, I would check, and if they have no VODs, I just give up because I have no idea what to do. I need to start figuring that stuff out again. Because if I don't go with a publisher, I need to figure out all these things again. That question started giving me a headache. Oh, Lord. I hate marketing. What are we doing here? We're testing this. Okay. Well, that's not good. Oh, wait, that is good, yeah. That's just bad. Loads of bad things are happening here. Okay. It's an accident that you see his butt, but I'm not going to fix it for a while because that's funny. So let's take one problem at a time here. So what's happening here is we're zooming out. The fog plane is killing everything. I'm going to have to do something special for that screen. This becomes like a star in the distance, silhouette of Quat. I have to do something special for this scene. Rue will be here. I'm guessing we're seeing some of the environment. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Tags. So this is Teapot 11 combo. I wonder what happens if in the scripting play looping before this. Play this. On game mode. I want to force hide levels obstructing. Yes, no delay. Should probably spell force correctly. I don't know how tired I was that day. Force hide given levels. Let's make an array. Let's hide this level. Actually, I don't need to do that there. I'm already forcing all levels to unhide. Then once you finish this, do this. Wait, why are you? Did things in the wrong order here. I always want to play this matinee first, and then I want to ensure that no levels are obstructing the camera. Okay. Let's see if the game mode is a variable. I'm using it enough. Okay. Yeah, so then we'll call this I don't know, let's just see what happens. Right, let's take... I have to delete my save real quick. And go back to before the cutscene because it autosaves. Zoomed out. You can't see if it's right there. Now we're so much bad shit happening here. Yeah, I might have to hide. All right. Other levels to force hide include opening levels 04 and opening levels 08. So let's just hide all the level geo that could conceivably be in my way. Zoomed out, that's down there. No, wait. You know, did this work at all? Yes, it's hiding this. Wait, so what was that camera picking up? Am I just literally in the model? Yeah, I'm actually just literally inside of Rue. Okay. So in reality, what I gotta do... It's hard to picture, but maybe that. Save one. If it's bad this time, I'll just freeze it, because I want to see it. Okay. So what's happening right here is I'm just inside of Rue. Just really close to her, see? I want you to be like here. Instead, you're like here. Man, I wish I could adjust this live. Okay. Obviously there's loads of things to fix here, but let's think about just the level flow here. Or let's just think of the, before we go into the fixing everything. You go here, some event happens, zoom out. I should probably spec that out too. does it look so big? I think because you don't see where he's gonna land. This looks bad. It's just a bad framing. If she was over here, if she was occupying this space. I need to fake it with like an over-the-shoulder cam. Like have a scale mesh of her here. Don't like. Be further back still at this key. What else here? Let's change the scripting so you have to go back and forth a bit. Let's yeah, so I don't want you to just move once and then this to have happen. I did that to stub it out, but that's not what I want. So game mode already unlocked. Okay, so the first time an X form's completed. Let's rename this try unlock quat. Let's have a variable X form count. This will be an integer. If this is, I want you to go 1, 2, 3. So like, wait, sorry. That's incorrect. You go here. If this is false, you do this once. The thing you do once is this. Order of operations there was all wrong. Okay. If it's less than 0, add 1. Yeah. Oh, what else? Let's check out. This is going to look like. What the hell? Something is still in your way, huh? Probably this. Alright. Why aren't you showing me Quat? Oh. Wait. There. It's gonna go behind something, isn't it? Hey, Jonas. Yeah. Okay, getting closer. All right, so what I want to try is hit this to unlock the cinematic. Immediately disable control from the player controller. Okay, game mode. Current pawn. Should I more than that? Get player controller. Cast player controller. Pure. Suppress movement input. Suppress camera input. I feel like this is just making Quat visible. We can wait on that a minute. We can do that down here. Get the current player pawn visible. Set actor hidden in game. Now she's gone. Then I can have another actor that's just her showing in a minute. Let's just make sure this works. Well. No, let's get further. Let's get... I already have this here. Let's copy this. And let's copy this. Oopsies. Up here. $6,000. Okay, and you are visible. Guess what? No, you're not. Wait, undo that. Yes, you are. Because I can't see you. How about hidden in game? There we go. Hidden game. Attach to this. Just there. Right. And we'll keep you invisible. Let's add you. Can't choose just selected. There we go. Don't mess with the transform. Just make this visible. Okay, you're invisible until about here, and then you're visible. Come on. All right, what are you called? You're called appendage piano backing 2. Appendage. Jesus. Okay, so this is not the best look. Let's fake it a little. You'll be like over here. Maybe you'll be more like over here. Okay. Oops. Sounds better if you came from screen right. Okay, it was whoosh. Let's fraps that, see what we got here. Hey Tango, what's up? Just working on the cinematic. It's unusually warm in here. Right. Start frapsing it. Zoom way out, exclamation point. Whoosh. We're very early in the cinematic. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Might be okay if this was his back. And you flip to the front. I actually don't mind that 180 flip. It's weird. I should mind it more. It's definitely breaking all the rules. If we got rid of this level, and you just saw this drop down, but then we lose this line, and I kind of like she's silhouetted over here. Actually, yeah, if I got rid of that level, so it was just her over here. See, no reason for the camera to drift there. Not getting anything for that. That's not how things work. Here, he comes in, camera static. If anything, it moves at a linear rate along with him. So like, so cuts to this. I don't understand why you're not. There. Cut to this static. Let's move this key forward. Cut. All right, and another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment with the looping one. You know how we're flipping 180? We should probably try to not do that. So let's set your location of your camera to be here. Shoot, I can't easily copy a key from one sequence to another. So this sequence ends with the camera. Can I copy? Show me this notepad. No. Can I copy from here? Yes, I can. Okay, and so that's where you end. Let me just paste it. No, of course not. Paste. Let's see if that works. Yep. Okay, so this is the looping camera. Save that. Alright, let's see what we got now. Can I delete my save? Should probably just temporarily get it. I'm tired of deleting my save. Let's just disconnect that. There. Now I can test a lot faster. Glad you like it, Tango. Oh, I wasn't recording this. Oh well. Down it goes. Let me see here. I think that might have saved because I hit. Okay. Let's record that again. Yeah, it did save. Nuts. Should probably spec out what these things actually look like. Like here, I would need to heavily work with the post-proc. I basically need to paint this. I need Quat and silhouette, exclamation points. Here, I probably want to get rid of the UI. Start taking notes. Get rid of UI. Quat. Silhouette. Exclamation points. Obviously lighting for Quat landing. Is this better than what we had this morning? Let's look at this morning's capture. here. Yeah, that was crap. Hey, the boss dog. What's up, dude? Alright, I feel like taking a break. Eating some lunch, it's 1. I think I'm gonna roll out. I should probably stream more. I can't stream tomorrow, guys. It's, just got too much going on. But you have my update, you know what I'm doing. More like this. It's 5 p.m. to you, Abba? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. I am gonna go for a bit. Of course. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry I don't stream so much these days. I wish I streamed more. Wish I did everything more. Not doing enough of all of it. It's not enough time in the day. Oh, thanks for hanging out, May. Alright, who's online? Let's see. It's also unusually warm in here. Nobody. I should host people. Is there anybody you guys want me to host? You watch these streams on your phone? I am not tethered to my phone like most people. I feel like I'm out of touch. Alright. Later, guys. No, I don't know how to stop this. There it is.